Alright, well, here we are. Good old Vail Pass. Now, Eisenhower Tunnel's closed, but I'm going to get up over Vail, and then I'll contemplate finding an alternate route if they're still closed down at Eisenhower. We'll see. Probably have to stop once to tighten everything up, but these are on fairly tight. I got one. I'm identifying my bad chains, the ones that are too long. Can't ever tighten them down as well as I like them. And unfortunately, they're on the right-hand side now, curbside, so that makes it a little difficult for me to. Bro, not fucking smart. I get it. Just pull to the next one up a little further. There's going to be an open spot. I get it. You're doing what you can. Totally understand. Man, you're putting yourself at risk. You really are. Just gotta get the old chain going on the whole time. It's all right. Did not put on a drag chain. I'm contemplating it. We'll see how slick it really is. And I might add a drag chain before if I take my alternate route and go up. I think it's 24. I'd have to look, see what my route is, but basically I'd go up to hit 185, which would take me right straight down where I need to go. But I don't know. Got the inner axles locked. I think I'll probably undo that just to see if I get any slippage at all. Good. There's been a lot of wrecks on this. I've been listening to the scanner and listening to all the CDOT traffic. I do that wherever I go. It's going to be like this. And it helps out. They've been yammering about a bunch of wrecks, a couple of semis blocking both lanes. It looks like they've got them all out. Of course, I can't listen to it right now because I'm talking to you. I might pull it up at some point here. But it's always good to listen to them. They're scuttlebutt. They'll let us know if they're contemplating opening. I typically know 4 or 5 minutes before they actually make the changes on the signs. Sometimes that gives me an advantage, just to kind of get myself positioned in the right spot. But basically, this is going to be slow going. Crack the window to see if I can hear chain doing anything weird. They sound like they're riding back there just fine. If they start really, you hear a tap, 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 tap. They start really loosening up, or you got an end that's loose, or when you break. When you break one of them. Man, I've had bad luck this year busting those chains. Usually break right smack dab in the middle of one of the cross chains. And then it'll start going tink, 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 tink. And since I've got chains on my front axle, I don't want it chewing up plastic. The back one, it'll hit a mud flap. Sometimes you can ride that out a little bit, but front one, all that plastic and all that stuff, you break that and you just end up buying it. These guys are funny about where they take money from you. I don't think they're all in all unfair though, so something like a chain coming off, I don't know that you should be held responsible for that. In most cases. Then again, there's a lot of cases where guys aren't doing it right. It's the only way they're going to learn. Yeah, this isn't bad at all right now. Barely required. This isn't chain right here. You don't need to chain for this. I could have gone up to the second one, and that's what I was going to do if I didn't find a good spot on this lower chain up station. But typically, there's always a couple spots up front. Because people want to dive in early. I get it. I'll try and dive in towards the end. All right, they don't sound bad. They're slapping a little bit more than I'd like. It says right side chains. I can't get them any tighter than I've got them as far as the where the clips are. So I really can't do anything about that. But if you listen to the left side, you hear that? Real quiet. And that's because they're on tight. So I'm going to trade these stinking ones in for ones that are the right size. Or I'm going to cut them down, one of the two. Yeah, it's 26 degrees. It's not cold where everything is going to be just nothing's turning into mush. I mean, you can see on that truck there that it's not. There's a lot of liquid in there. Boy, tried to make the second chain station. I don't know. I can't move. So yeah, there's a second station up here just a little ways. That's the one I would prefer to go to. I hate running in the more powerful setting. I'd rather let the engine lug down a little bit and go a little slower on this rather than having it put all that torque on the wheels and thereby all the extra torque on the chains. Probably part of why they break. And being tight contributes to that, I'll have to admit it. But they really need to be constructed good enough that you can make them tight. Because otherwise, just throwing chains sucks. Now, see, this is the second station. See how many trucks are up here? Like 2. That I didn't show you when I came into the other one, but it was packed. And I rolled up to the front and I thought, okay, if we don't have it here, then I'm going to go ahead and it looks like it's been there for a while. This isn't bad at all, but who knows what it's like on top. CDOT is usually pretty good. I can move over to this other lane, but I like it well. No slippage whatsoever. This is just all slush. The big problem is when you get on stuff where it's slick like that, you have to stop because it's so much. And then as soon as you do, you got to be able to. Uh-oh. I'm hearing a slap. God dang it. I'm going to have to pull over too. Yep. Hold on. I'm just going to pull over right here. I hope it's not a broken chain. I hope it's loose and needs to be tightened up. Yeah, that makes 5 this season. 5 different chains that broke on me. Frustrating. Five separate chains. That's just frustrating. But I didn't even get 3 miles out of that. I had a break. That's the set I've used before. I'm tempted to go buy some good ones on my own and then tell them to compensate me for it. See if they will. That's just ridiculous. That truck back there didn't have any chains on it. The cop was up in front of me. I'm sure he was ticketing. Not sure what to do. Probably have to call for roadside service and have to come bring some change to him. At least he wasn't blocking the road, so it only a $500 fine instead of $1,000. This guy's tread pattern's kind of weird. Come on, dude, come around me. Come on, you can do it. So what I did is I took a bungee and just took the loose end, strapped it back into itself so it wouldn't slap around, tightened it up a little bit more where I could, and I just keep it close here. See if it starts to cause problems again. Sounding okay now. Troopers back up here now. They're busy today. Nobody behind me on the inspection space. Oh yeah, he's got a little issue here. Oh, wow. Not exactly the best car for the conditions. Of course, I used to drive my little 240Z up these in the wintertime, but I chained it up too. Back in the day, a long time ago. Not in the 70s, but in the 80s. I have to keep my speed down a little bit because of that one bad chain. Still doing 30 mile an hour, 35 mile an hour, which isn't bad. Still with me? Yep, you are. Guess I should have paused it when I got out. I knew it was only going to take a minute. I was really hoping to find out how to, maybe when I pull up here, stop for a second and retighten that one chain. I'll turn on the scanner. They were saying whiteout conditions up top. It's not really whiteout yet, but it's definitely coming down. One son of a bitch, when I was out there, he wasn't about to move over. Just flew right by me. He didn't have anybody in that left lane either. He just didn't want to move over. I'm not wanting to put my defrost on because I got a rock strike yesterday. That looks like I'm going to have to put a little bit on. Hope it doesn't spread. I save these guys a lot of money just by repairing those stars before they get big. I do it just out of personal, not pride. I want to just have it done so I don't have to worry about it. And getting the windshield replaced takes time. Time is money. Just fine. 35 going up here. Easy. See if they're still shut down or if they've opened it up to the tunnel. If they have, obviously I'll go that way. If they haven't, then I got to decide. I'm going to turn right, head up into the hills that way to get around this, or wait it out. I don't know. I don't think the conditions are going to get any better anytime real quick, so if I wait, I'll be waiting a while. There's a free set of chains, or a single chain. Of course, that one that broke his front axle, so it was banging on plastic. This is slick enough. If I go up and over to 185, go that route, I probably need to put a drag chain on because it has a lot of curves, places where I might have to stop, where the road's not exactly level. And that's where you get a trailer to slide out on you, which is no fun. So yeah, it's like that. It looks like it's going to be this way. I'll probably put a drag chain on. So this is one of those things where I can be a jerk, pull up next, but I'm not. Slow down and let him come around. He's not chained up. Might have those trim automatic chains. Those are pretty sweet. I don't think they work very well though. You have to go from a stop or whatever. I'm not positive how they work. Oh, it just kind of shoots it out under the tire as it's spinning. It helps with traction, but what is it doing? It's stopped. That I don't know. You see them on all the school buses out here. Rear wheel drive something up here. Over. Sorry, he's not that. He's pretty good ways behind me. Front wheel drive. Imagine wouldn't have too much trouble. Smells like good stuff here. Changed the hold pretty good. It's not doing anything back there now. I'd say these are pretty bad conditions. Not terrible. When you lose the visibility, that's when it gets sketchy. Pretty close to whiteout conditions. Yeah, that's whiteout right there. I'll call it. Pretty close. I don't know, I can still see that sign up there. Not even a good day for snowmobiling. It sucks. It's like this, you can't see the contours of the snow. So you ride along, it just kind of disappears out from underneath you. Tomorrow's going to be a decent day though. But the rule out here for me when I was younger, I don't do it near as much anymore. If you had a day like this, it was a day for skiing. You get that fresh powder today and tomorrow. You go skiing or boarding. Yes, I did board. I still board. And then on the days where the snow stinks for skiing, where it's, gotten wet and then refroze, so you got that little crust on the surface. Not really great for skiing. It's okay, but it's not great. But those are the days where you can go snowmobiling. That machine will take you anywhere you want to go. I only went once last year snowmobiling. I didn't ski at all last year. I haven't. I've been pretty hesitant since I had some surgery that I'm a little hesitant to take any real falls anymore, unfortunately. So that limits me from boarding. Snowboarding, you fall all the time. Skiing, I could go all day long without crashing because if I don't push it, I can go all day long without crashing. Or if I do, I'll go down pretty easy. Not doing crazy stuff anymore. But snowboarding, you go down all the time. That's all there is to it. Yep, I hear it again. Son of a gun. Of course, I'm not in a good spot. I'm in a really, really bad spot. It sounds just like it's this side. Yes, it is. You son of a gun. I'll slow it down to where it's not spinning out so much. Man, you didn't break on me, did you, you mother? God. Slapping on that plastic. And I can't do jack about it now. Yeah, it looks like it broke. I cannot believe these chains. That's it. I am buying quality freaking chains by myself because you guys are too stinking cheap to have some good quality stuff. That is complete nonsense. So guess what? I get to come out here and risk my ass. Ugh. Boy, does that just torque me. Oh yeah, of course I got a parking brake error. Happens every time in the snow. I'll put the jacket on just so I can be seen. Mother! Yeah, this is nonsense. Yep, no lie, number 6. Number 6. God, it torques me. I have to go out there and risk my hide because these things keep breaking. I am buying my own and I am charging them. That irritates me. Oh boy. Really, guys. I will chain up and drive all day long like this without batting an eye. But when I have this mediocre gear, whew, better not publish this one. None of those chains are exceedingly tight or anything else. And they're all breaking. I believe it did that. Normally they won't break in soft snow like this. They'll break when it's running on dry or wet asphalt. It's when they bust, but man, it irritates me. I'll run all day long like this for you guys. Doesn't bother me a lick. Like having crappy gear. It's just not right to go cheap on stuff like safety equipment. When I went and replaced the last 4 that I had to replace, they were just in a big pile of rusty chains. Really need a way to store them properly too in the truck. The back hatch that we had, we just put them in there and there's no way to clean them off or anything else, so they just rust. Yeah, that was not right. Having to do that. Sure one day they'll require that crap. You don't need to chain up the front 99% of the time. I don't even know of any time I feel I need to chain the front tires. If it's that slick that you can't steer, then the road needs to be closed. Hey, I don't even want to criticize this guy. Let's see where he's from. I could catch some place. Not from around here. He's going safe and sane. I don't have any issue with that. Go to speed and comfortable. Man, those chains stink. I am buying my own. Ridiculous. I bought repair links so I could repair them. And I've had to repair a couple, but I may have to end up doing that here. But of course, they don't even have those at the shop. I asked them. So we used to have, but we don't anymore. Now here's one turn-off opportunity. Let's go to Leadville. But I need to go further. I need to turn at Breckenridge and go up that way. go to Leadville, and you have to go all the way to Buena Vista, I think it is, and then cut back that way, which is a long ways out of the way. Not worth it, especially considering the quality of my chains. Everybody playing hooky from work. Snow day. I don't blame them. Everything's nice and quiet now. That's good. A lot of people that do that too. I don't know. It's never helped me except for maybe staying a little less dirty to detach from the trailer. Imagine it's probably a little easier. Silverthorn is where they were saying all the problems were, believe it or not. Yeah, I could go right up here. I used to go that way all the time to go to Colorado Springs, but that, take 24 across, drop down into the spring. And this is why Colorado roads are so beat up in the mountains. You can't hardly keep ahead of it. I didn't see any clouds. I think, well, maybe a couple of clouds. I think probably they're concentrating their efforts on ice current. It's shut down. This is well sanded though. Notice I'm kind of trying to run in the snow parts and not put it on the bare pavement if possible, because that really damages those chains. Wears on. So it's sounding okay. Something slapping just barely. Doesn't sound like it's damaging anything. It's a lot more chain noise than I'm used to. partly because now everything's loosened up a bit, a little sloppier. I've got broken cross chains. There it goes. You sorry son of a... Ah! Get the... This is just great. This is so wonderful. This isn't dangerous. Not at all, sir. Thing is completely destroyed. Broke a second link, second cross link. So now had to remove the whole chain. Nothing left of it. was sketchy. But if I had kept going, it would have come apart. Then it would have gotten wound up and stuff, and it would have been a real mess. So I had no choice but to get out and take care of it. I'm going to stop and make a phone call.